Hey man.
Hey man.
Hey man.
Hey man.
Hey everybody, and welcome to Hey Man. I'm Josh.
I'm Jacob.
Hey man.
Hey man.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing really well, actually.
Nice. That's great to hear. That's awesome.
Yeah, dude, doing really well. I want you to know I was in Kansas City this weekend.
Yeah.
Everybody was asking about you.
Anthony Schaefer.
Anthony Shaver was
And also,
Trey Kennedy.
Yeah, you didn't FaceTime me. Like you said you would.
Yeah, you didn't sound so excited, dude. You were like, maybe.
No. Well,
And I was like, all right.
also-
well, obviously you're busy. I don't want to bother you.
Well, but you still could have texted me and said he was around.
Yeah.
But also, I was kind of thinking about it. Like, does it seem kind of like corny, or not corny, but like weird? Like if you were with him and he'd be like, oh, here, talk to my son real quick on FaceTime and have him tell you how much he loves your work. And then
I don't think that was what the plan was. I was just going to call you and say, hey, what's going on? And I wouldn't have handed him the phone.
oh, yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah. I don't know. I was thinking about it and I was like, is it weird for me to just tell him over FaceTime?
I
when think
wasn't
I'm a
going to be
fan?
like, my son's a big fan. Let's FaceTime him.
Got it.
I was just kind of, who do you think I am? Like,
Well, sometimes that happens.
yeah, but not with me. I would never do that. I would be like, hey, I'm going to FaceTime my son. And then I'd be like, hey, man, say hello to
You did it with Yola though, didn't you?
the first time.
The first time when it was over.
Yeah, but
COVID?
I didn't say my son's a big fan.
Oh.
You're the one who freaked out on the FaceTime.
Yeah. I thought you had told him prior, like, hey, my son's kind of a
I'm
fan.
not trying to gas you up. I'm just trying to,
Well, by the way, gas you up is a good thing.
Did I use it wrong?
Yes, I already. This is how I'll explain it. I was Uber Eats driving last night,
Yeah.
and the first second drop
We've
off.
gone over that.
Yeah, but till I can go back on tour.
Yeah.
And I hand this dude his order, and I'm in for those of you who can see me, you'll see it. But those of you who can't see me, I'm in a velour tracksuit. This is a 2-piece red velour tracksuit.
Honestly, from just waist up, it looks like it could be a giant snuggie.
Hey, where's the gabagoo?
Is
I don't
that it? Gabagoo
That's
for
what they wear.
who's they?
You know, the gabagoo guys.
You think gangsters are wearing snuggies?
This isn't a snuggie. It's
Oh.
a tracksuit.
Yeah, dude. You think? Okay. All right.
Okay, if it was a sweatsuit, maybe it would be
Yeah,
different.
yeah.
But velour is my point in that.
Okay.
And
Fair.
I dropped this food off to this guy, and he looks at me and he goes, "Hey, you look pretty good in that tracksuit." And I was like, "Hey man, I appreciate it." And he opened his door and it just smelled like a trap house. And he looked at me and he goes, "Is that velvet?" And I was like, "It's velour." And he goes, "Hey, not to be weird, but let me touch that one time." And he reaches over and kind of feels the
Yeah.
And he was
Not to be weird.
yeah. He was creating that it's not it's not like he pet me. Do you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He was like, and he did it like he pulled a bit off. And
Yeah.
and I was like, yeah. And he's like, hey, you're pretty fly for a white boy. And I was like, hey, I appreciate that. That's gassing someone up.
All right.
So like he gassed me up, which is a good thing. Like
That makes sense. You're
he,
pouring
compliment-
gas on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if I feel like I'm a good, I feel like I look good in a fit. I walk out and I go, hey, gas me up.
Okay. So then what if I wasn't trying to.
You didn't want to make me look lame.
Yeah.
Yeah, say that.
Okay. I was trying to be hip.
Yeah, I know. You were wrong.
I used.
We should. That's one thing we should do on the podcast again. Is go back to slang, and I should teach you slang and have you guess slang words.
Well, I think I now understand gassed you up. That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's giving the gas you up is like giving someone their props.
Yeah. You tried to make it sound like
Do you know-
gaslighting. But
Yes.
it was not gaslighting.
Do you know what props is short for?
Give you your props. Give you your propositions.
Proper respect. Props.
That's two different words. Proper respect.
It's short. Props for proper respect.
But where is respect even in props?
It's not. It's
And how is
so
it
much
proper
short
respect.
because it's proper respect, proper props.
Right, but then where's the respect in that?
It's in the props.
That doesn't make any sense.
Well, neither does slang. I'm also just guessing. Hey, Matt, tell me. I have no idea.
I was trying to see how much longer I could get you to keep going. I didn't know if you actually knew.
No,
By the way,
honestly.
I believed you.
It sounds like it could. It sounds like it could be.
That never happens.
It sounds like it could be, right? Don't you think? Oh, were you trying to Jedi mind trick?
I wish
the
I had
microphone?
the force. Yeah. I do you ever do that? Like sometimes I'll be sitting in on the couch and I'll look for the remote and I'll be like, and like every day I try to see if I have the force. I don't, but like I'm hoping one day I really do.
There is
do you ever do that?
Yeah, dude, there is a part of me that's and I've done this many times where I'll be like, I think if I think real hard,
I could be a Jedi.
I could get that to levitate.
Yeah.
And it's never worked.
0 times.
Yeah. Not even close, by the way.
Yeah. You know what that makes me think of? Do you remember, like, okay, obviously Mind Freak, Chris Angel, he was huge. Like, he had his own TV show. Like, remember when he was, like, huge?
Yeah.
I remember we were on a JetBlue flight. I don't remember where we were going. You were there. You were next to me. And I was watching Mind Freak on a JetBlue TV. And he was like, all right, now it's time to learn to levitate with me. And I was sitting there. You were asleep. I think it was just us two in the row. I literally stood up in our row and listened to Chris Angel to try and levitate on the plane.
How'd it go?
Not great. We were already flying.
Yeah.
Like, he was like, stand there, close your eyes, and just concentrate. And I opened my eyes and I looked at him. I was like, how is he doing this? And I'm not. I'm doing exactly what he's saying.
Well, you didn't have the proper wires, apparently.
Yeah, that is also true.
Dude.
And I think also I was on a plane. I don't
You
know.
and I
feel like levitating while already flying is against the rules.
What?
You know, like, I'm already in something that is in the air and flying off the ground. I feel like being able to levitate in said flying machine might be against said magic rules.
What?
Did that make sense? I feel like that made sense.
No.
It made sense. You're just too old to understand it. Mind freak. No, so like I
That
feel like
fucked me up a little bit. I was like, what? By the way, dude.
I feel like that makes sense though.
Nah.
Can I try it again?
Sure.
Okay. Here we go. I feel like being able to
But
levitate.
why?
I don't know. It just feels like you can't do it at the same time. It feels like a rule of magic that I just don't know about because I'm not a magician.
Okay.
I'm a vagician.
What's that?
A vagician?
Yeah.
I practice vagic.
What's vagic?
Spell it. Vagician? Like
Yeah.
a vagina magician?
Yeah.
Vagina magician?
Yeah, dude. I was just trying to get you to say it. I know what you meant.
Vagician. What would his catchphrase be? Instead of mind freak, what would it be?
Whose?
Vagician, like a vagician. Hey, you can't do that. It fucks with the sound.
I don't know.
Vagician.
Yeah, you keep saying.
Yeah, because it seems to make you laugh. So I just keep saying it to see what other, emotions it might pull out of you.
I will. The only emotion it pulls out of me is that we went and saw Chris Angel's show here in Vegas. Hey, everybody, save your money.
Yeah.
Yo, I bet you at one time
in 2009, I bet you that
on
show
fire.
slapped.
That
In
dude,
2024, he needs better CGI.
it's he just
like-
clearly. I bet you there. He just listen, and I get it. You've been doing it, and he wasn't doing any new tricks. And
No, he's been doing the same show for almost 20 years.
dude. And I just feel like some nights he probably just kind of my favorite part was the fake fight,
On the table?
the fake fight
Where he had a
scene.
sword, but the guys who he was fighting didn't actually have swords.
and then he did like the karate part,
yeah.
dude, where he was doing leg kicks that barely went over his waist. You could tell he was just like, the fuck. It
Yeah.
was
Yeah,
so.
and also the weird part for me is the video he used at the end. Like, I understand him trying to get donations for kids. Like,
Yeah. By the way, the charity is
love
amazing.
the charity.
Yep.
Not bagging on the charity.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm going to say is maybe don't use a video from 2008. Like, you don't look like that anymore, boss. Like,
Dude,
that's just what I mean. Like, you don't look like that Chris Angel anymore. I will say the one trick that I did like is when he appeared in the stands next to us. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, the whole show to me was like, I've seen this one, I saw this one, and
But
honestly,
did you see that one?
just as a performer, I don't care if I've seen it before. It just didn't look like he was trying.
Give me a couple kiosks. Like,
He just didn't look like he was trying
Yeah.
anymore. That was it for me, man.
Yeah, it was an old man day for him. I think.
On the other hand, when we went and saw Carrot Top, I was like, this dude is fucking amazing.
Well, he seems to still really be into what he's doing, though. Like,
Amazing.
because
And
he's also still the only person doing what he does. Like,
anytime somebody's like, dude, that Carrot Top, that's hack. I'm like, hack? Who else does it?
and who else has been doing a residency for 20 years?
Who else does what he does?
Zero
The idea of hack is something that, it's been done before.
Yeah.
Nobody.
That's how
Nobody.
good. That's also how good Carrot Top is at what he does.
Yeah.
Zero people have attempted to come from his belt.
Dude.
You just can't.
I can't. Yeah, and he's such a nice guy. And
I did. I met him on before you met him. I met him on
changes his act all the time.
Yeah.
Writes all the time. How many times are you going to step on my foot?
your feet are on my side.
I want you to take a look at where my foot is. Look under the table. Is that your side?
My leg's just that big.
Yeah. I just was wondering how many times you're going to step
Sorry,
on
I'm
my
just a
foot.
big guy. Big guy energy over here. BGE. Big leg energy.
BLE?
I do got big leg energy. I got big legs. Not like big
You
legs.
don't have big
I
legs.
got long legs.
Yeah.
Long leg energy.
LLE?
It's almost LL Cool J.
Dude, first of all, nobody in the family has big legs.
No, none of us. Trevor.
Trevor does have big legs.
Trevor's got large.
He's got thickums.
He's got tree trunks.
Yeah.
Legs. Then also, we only know that because he used to wear women's skinny jeans, so he would show off how big his legs were. Clip it. We're posting it.
Do not. We're not clipping skinny jean
Clip
Trevor.
it.
I mean, he would not be happy with us clipping that.
Does he listen to this podcast?
No.
He would feel great to be included then if we posted the clip.
No, he doesn't want to be included as skinny jean Trevor. That is not something how he wants to go down. Dude, I can't wait for them to come over Christmas.
I know. It's going to be awesome.
And to see little baby Athena.
Mm.
Oh my
I
gosh.
have yet to
She's
meet
the cutest little girl, dude.
Mm.
It's crazy. Listen, yeah, but dude, listen, I want to tell you something.
What are you even talking about?
Something is happening on stage with me that I can't explain. Excuse me. The shows are so good. I just can't even. The no weed there's nothing. I can't believe I'm saying this, but it's been the best thing for my stand up. It's just like
good.
Crazy.
Probably keeps your brain and your head on straight. Like, even when you used to go on like kind of high during the second show, or like as you like take an edible or whatever, like I bet you just lose where you're going with shit a lot.
I'm just way better. You know what? It lets me do the show that I like doing the most, which is it's a live, living, interactive thing. No two shows are the same. I do a lot of talking to the audience that blends into improv stories that are also blend into stories that I have planned that goes back to the crowd. So I'm involving people in the stories. We're having a lot of fun going back and forth. It feels like a live, different thing every show, which it is a live, different thing every show. And the energy is so much higher, and my ability to talk to people and be quick with it is like next level.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. There's been this weekend. I can't wait to post this. Dude, this weekend, somebody was like, yeah, I walked in on my parents having sex. And he was sitting with his parents and they had never known until that moment.
That's awesome.
The mom
that sounds like such a me move.
The mom started to cry.
Love it. Good.
Dad was like, this motherfucker.
Fuck yeah. What a crazy car ride home that was.
It was amazing. And I told the guy, I go, I'll pay for your Uber. And he goes, we drove 4 hours to get here. I'm like, I won't pay for your Uber.
Nice.
But
he was plotting that the entire. Okay, hold on. Let's just play it. Let me ask some questions.
Yeah.
You think he plotted that, or do you think just in the spur of the moment he was like, I did it, or
he couldn't have plotted it. No, he didn't know I was going to ask.
So you think just spur of the moment
I had asked somebody else. They had told a funny story. I had told the funny story. I said, anybody else? And he raised his hand. And the mom's eyes, I could tell right away. I was like, oh, she doesn't know.
That's awesome.
And he goes, yeah, but, and I go, how old are you? And he said, 14 or 15. I go, your parents never know? And he goes, not until right now.
How old is he now? Did he say?
28.
Oh, that's been a cool secret he's kept on to.
Yeah.
About half his life.
Yeah, pretty amazing.
I love that.
Pretty amazing.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
It was like, there were so many amazing moments. This week, there was a group of 4 guys that showed up. 3 clear ho-hos, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who were 24, 25. And then one guy looked a little older. And they were like, yeah, I'm 26. And one guy said, I'm 27. One guy said, I'm 26. I go, what's your name, dude? And he goes, Mike. And I turn, I go, how old are you? And one of the other guy goes, 42. And I was like, what the fuck is Mike
doing here with you
at
guys?
the table? And they were like, well, we grew up with him. I'm like, that doesn't make it sound better. So I'm making fun of this dude. Everyone's laughing. And then they go, no, he's actually only 28. He's this dude's brother. He just looks really old. And I was like, that's fucked up. Everyone believed you were 42, Mike. And he goes, I fucking hate it. Dude, it was so funny. It was so funny. But I can't wait to post these clips. Yeah.
That clip from Kimmel's that you posted of that woman throwing up in the front row. When did that happen?
Ooh, sometime when you were
In the Looney Tune?
sometime when you were in sober living. Yeah.
Looney bin.
Did
If you
you-
lived with the guys that I lived with, you would
Yeah.
understand.
Did you feel crazy in there?
The people around me made me feel crazy. Yeah. Definitely.
Why did they make you feel crazy?
I don't know. I was in the house with a certified schizo. Like
Okay.
so just being in, I don't know, I felt guilty by association. Or crazy by association.
got it.
Whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that definitely didn't help. I don't know. Well, it was just a bunch of degenerates in a house, you know? We're all kind of crazy.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's a little crazy. One of the reasons why I think people
I feel like addicts are
different. It's a different group.
that's what I'm saying. It's a different crazy.
It's a different group. I think one of the reasons why people have gravitated towards the I like weird shit t-shirts and hoodies and saying is because I think we all, you ask everybody a little weird and everyone would be like, yeah.
Yeah, but everyone's got a different definition of weird.
That's the thing. And also everybody thinks they're weird because everybody knows their own deep, dark secrets, their own deep, dark thoughts.
Yeah.
And nobody's walking away clean.
No. Zero people.
Zero people are like, yeah, I got everything's totally normal.
Yeah.
Because that would be really weird.
That would be weird.
If you nothing, and the people who are the straightest of the straight line, those people will get the deepest, darkest secrets.
It's always the quiet ones.
Dude, to me, the least weird people are the people who are outwardly a little bananas because they're just being themselves.
Right.
It's the people who are real buttoned up who like, did you watch Mindhunter?
No.
Matt, did you watch Mindhunter? You know, the BTK guy? That's the weird dude. He's like in his normal day life. He's just, buttoned up. He's basically the dude from Office Space. Oh, that's my stapler. Do you know what I mean? But the way he comes is by putting like a fucking mask on and wearing women's clothing and auto asphyxiating himself.
Oh.
Right. So like, that's what I'm saying, dude. Mindhunter. Did you never saw Mindhunter?
What you keep saying Mindhunter like I'm gonna know what
Dude,
it is.
Mindhunter is so, and it was an old show. You know what else is good that just came out on Netflix? Black Doves. You know what else is good that just came out on Netflix that I like? The Maddening.
You know what's crazy is you actually get to remember things that you watch because you're not high and falling asleep to them.
Dude, my brain is so open. I watched the Futchin. I'm not swearing anymore. I'm just kidding.
Right.
Yeah, I watched the fucking.
I would love to see how long that would last.
8 seconds.
Yeah.
I watched the Churchill documentaries on Netflix.
Like
fascinating.
Winston Churchill?
No, Bobby Churchill. Yeah, fucking Winston Churchill.
I'm just clarifying.
What other Churchill would they do a documentary on?
Churchill Downs?
The race place?
Yeah, I don't know. That's another Churchill.
Yes, Winston Churchill.
Okay, watch the fucking sass.
By the way, Winston, I can't think of
a worse name.
It just feels like a dog's name at this point.
It is. Yeah.
Winston.
People are like, you named your dog a human name. And I'm like, Colleen. Colleen has a dog named Winston. And people are like, that's a human name. And I'm like, no, that's if you met a human named Winston, they have a dog name for a human name. Like, dude, Winston's not a real person name.
If you met a person named Winston, he's over 80. There's not a whole lot of young Winstons.
Would love to meet a young Winston though.
Young Winston?
If you're a young Winston, say what's up.
Dude, I challenge anybody to send to email in if they're a young Winston.
I guess the UK counts because the UK is the only place we're going to find a young Winston.
I agree with you because there's probably because of Winston Churchill. But by the way, the documentary is amazing.
Well, I'll be watching it.
Why was I watching it?
No, I said I won't be watching it.
I know you won't be.
I know why you'll be watching it.
Why?
I know why you watched it.
Because I'm old.
Yeah, because you're into World War II shit now.
I am a little bit into history.
Yeah, you're hitting that age right now.
You think what does that mean?
You're hitting that age where you're listening to World War II podcasts and brushing up on your history about Dwight D. Eisenhower.
What?
Every guy goes through this phase twice in their life. They go through it once when they're a kid. They are obsessed with World War II history for some reason. I did every project in history about World War II. Did I not?
You did.
Okay, great. And then you grew out of it. And then once I hit almost 60, I'll be back into World War II stuff.
But I'm not necessarily into World War II stuff. I just saw.
Are you listening to podcasts about World War II stuff?
No.
Is that a lie?
Kinda.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not directly listening to World War II podcasts, but I am listening to history podcasts
And are you in the World War II era?
right now.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
I did find out, I was about to say, I just listened to a podcast about this English dude who was spying for the Japanese in Beverly Hills and helped them pull off the Pearl Harbor attack.
Wait.
An English
There's an English guy who works for the Japanese.
who was a spy for the Japanese and got them information for Pearl Harbor and for their attack on Pearl Harbor. Crazy, right?
How did he get that info?
Dude, da-na-na-na-na. I don't know. I'm not that part of the podcast.
Did you just have an aneurysm? What
No.
just happened over there?
I was doing he threw parties and stuff back in the 40s.
Yeah, no,
That's the music they were.
That's your go-to music. Whatever you.
It's the only one I know.
Well, remember we tried to guess the theme song, and that was what you kept doing was banana. What were we trying to do? Matt?
Star Wars.
Oh yeah, you were trying to get the Star Wars theme song.
But that's
kept
not too far from the Star Wars bar. Beep, 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 beep. That's not it.
That sounded closer to Mario Kart.
Is it close? The Star Wars bar theme? Okay, give me 3 tries, man. Give me 3 tries.
Awesome.
Give me 3 tries. Can we pull it up? Okay. So give me 3 tries. Beep, 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 beep. No, that's not it. That's like a. Nope, that's not it. Okay, I'm 0 for 2.
Yeah.
Okay. No. Okay. What
That
is
shit
it?
was a pretty tasty tune. I'm not whatever that was.
Yeah. What is it? Can we hear it?
I think I got it. That last one was not too far.
That's not okay. Good. That's good. Okay.
Oh, pause it. That last one was actually not too far off. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, I wasn't too far. And that's not that far from banana.
Yeah, it's not close. But it's not like far.
What's your favorite theme song of all time for TV or movie?
Favorite theme song of all
what's your
time?
favorite?
Ooh, I don't know. I love the Archer intro. The Archer theme song.
Yeah.
And, also the BoJack Horseman intro.
Really?
Fuck yeah. That shit is so good. I love the BoJack intro.
Mine is either.
Well, also, like the BoJack intro, it has to go with the animation. Like
Yeah.
the BoJack intro by itself, sure, but with the animation because it changes every season. Same with Archer, but like the Archer one, I like a lot, but BoJack for sure.
I go Hawaii Five-0, Fresh Prince.
Oh, and also Scooby Doo.
Yeah.
Can't not put Scooby Doo.
I would put Scooby Doo in there,
I like how you did 2 actual shows and I did 3 animated shows.
and I might even do the Friends one. I love. I love the.
I like the
Friends
clap. That's it.
one. Huh? Oh, yeah, got it.
Not the clap, like the STD. That's not what I'm talking about.
Which STD is the clap? Tell me.
The clap.
Yeah, which one? What's
The
the real name of it?
The clap. That's the only thing I know about it.
It's either gonorrhea or syphilis,
Oh.
but I think it's gonorrhea. Why do they call? Okay, let's guess why they call it the clap.
Do you want me to?
Yeah, Google it. Okay, so let me guess why they call it the clap. Oh, wow. This is going to be tough. Is it gonorrhea? Because I'm not sure what gonorrhea is. Is it gonorrhea?
Yes.
Okay. Can you give me the symptoms of it? Because I feel like the symptoms might give me a clue. Dude, can I tell you what somebody told me in the meet and greet line this week?
Sure.
By the way, guys, the meet and greet line is not a good place for you to have an ego. Because
you're going to get shot down.
people just say shit to you. Because here's what I love about my comedy and how I walk about the world. I'm pretty accessible.
Yeah.
And people feel like they know me because I'm a pretty open dude. So they feel like they can just say things to me.
Yeah.
So this weekend, can I tell you the ones I got this weekend?
Of course.
Okay. First one, you look so much older in person.
Jesus.
1, wow. And I go, what? They go, you're just really photogenic. Which is like saying I look terrible in person.
You look better in your photos than you do in real life, is what she said to you.
All the time I hear you look taller. I didn't think you'd be this short. I'm 5'11".
5'10".
We measured 5'10", 3/4.
Which is 5'10", by the way.
It's not. You always round up.
No, you always round up.
I think
The
half
number-
and below you go down, half and above you go up.
The number is still 5'10", no matter what the quarter of the inch is. It's still
Yeah.
5'10".
Well, this one I'm not even going to argue with you about because I'm right.
Whatever.
But so the shorter one I get.
I get. You're taller than I thought you were.
Yeah.
That's
not as bad as
No, it's
you look older in person.
yeah.
That's a rough one.
We're gonna start telling you that.
Oh, dude. By the way, I know I do. But
Do you?
I think I look the same.
I do too.
Because I don't put filters on my pictures. And
No.
So I'm not trying to spruce myself up.
I know.
Clearly.
Yeah. You're just letting a lot of gray show today.
Yeah, man. You know what?
Because you're old.
I got gray hair.
Yeah, exactly.
What are you going to do about that?
Nothing. I pulled out like 4 gray hairs from my head the other day.
Do you remember how old you were when I first pulled the gray hair out of your head?
No, and I never want to relive any of these days. Of me
Okay.
pulling
Well,
out
I
gray
kept
hair.
the gray hair. It's in my drawer.
No, you did.
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I'm going to give it to you.
If you still have a single gray hair,
Mm-hmm.
it might be the thing you've held on to the longest.
That is not true of what we've held on to. We have stuff from you from preschool.
But that's from mom holding on to it and putting it in a storage bin.
Preschool was just me, dude.
Oh, preschool, not kindergarten.
Yeah.
What stuff from preschool?
Dude, I have a lot of stuff from the Jew school.
Can't forget we call it that.
Yeah, they did not like that at all.
No, they don't. They did not like it when you called it the Jew school.
Especially at the Jew school.
At the school, yeah.
I was like, everybody. I was like, this. He has a great time with the Jew school. And they were like, would you stop calling it that? I'm like, this is where we are, though, right? This is school with the Jews.
Yeah.
This is the Jew school.
Yeah.
They called it
Jew school, old school,
They called it temple. I called it the Jew school.
Yeah.
But okay, so the clap. Give me what the symptoms of gonorrhea
are. Well, it can have no symptoms.
Oh.
But symptoms include a painful urination and abnormal discharge from the penis or vagina region. Men may experience testicular pain, Jesus, and women may experience pain in the lower belly. In some cases, gonorrhea has no symptoms.
Well, here's what I would say any discharge besides semen is a weird discharge from the penis.
Agreed.
Yeah. So it's so funny when you're like, abnormal discharge just feels like any
discharge.
Yeah, that you're not planning on. Like any kind of oozing feels abnormal.
Yeah.
I can't speak for the vagina because I'm not a magician.
Nice callback.
Thank you very much. Oh, thank you. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. By the way, quick quiz. Do the Star Wars theme song.
Oh, yeah, nailed it. Okay. Oh, no, that was the bar song.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you want to do the bar song, not the actual theme song?
What is the theme song? Ba, 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 ba. I'm 2 for 2 today.
No, you weren't 2 for, you were 1 for 2. Exactly. 1 for 2. Okay, you want to know why they call it the clap?
Okay, let me guess.
Dude, zero chance you get this. I'm trying to give you a way out of this. There's zero chance you guess this.
Okay, then give me 3 guesses.
I'll give you 12.
Okay. The first time somebody was diagnosed, the other person was just happy that they got laid, so they
No.
Okay. One time, this dude's penis. I didn't say the other word, Matt, but I did say it earlier, didn't I? I said dick.
You said it again there too.
Damn it.
Can always get Josh Wolf to talk about dicks, ladies and gentlemen.
That's alarming. That is not true. It's not like I just walk around talking about dicks.
You're still talking about them.
You can't say that about me and not expect me to dick defend myself.
Pause. Resume.
Okay, the clap. Does it have anything to do with the noise?
No.
Okay, so I'm going to ask a couple more questions.
You ask as many as you want.
Does it have anything to do with your hands clapping together?
No.
Does it have anything to do with a penis or a vagina?
No. I mean, no.
Wow. Okay. Well, I have no idea. Okay. The clap is called the clap because it rhymes with fap.
Okay. No.
What is What
The
is it?
clap is slang for gonorrhea, and the term likely originates from the old French word, I think it's pronounced clapier, which is CLAPIER, which means rabbit hutch, and it was used to refer to brothels due to their high sexual activity of rabbits, thus linking them to the term to a place where one could contract a sexually transmitted infection like gonorrhea.
Wow, that is a long way to go for that.
Yeah. Super. That's why I was saying there was zero chance you were going to guess
Rabbit hutch?
that. One, because you don't know French.
Well, dude, I've also never heard the term rabbit hutch.
Yeah, I mean,
Is that is that their house? What's a hutch?
oh,
I know he used to partner with Starsky.
stop it.
Did you ever see that show?
Starsky and Hutch.
Dude, best car ever on any TV show. Fuck the Dukes of Hazzard. You heard me. Yeah, you heard me. Go ahead, rabbit hutch.
A rabbit hutch is a shelter for one or more rabbits that's typically made of wood or other durable materials. They're rabbit houses.
Okay. Clapier. I'm going to use that.
I think that's how you would pronounce it. I'm not sure though.
I am going to.
It's French, so I don't think it's called clapper.
I'm going to use that in another podcast.
Clapier?
For fuck yes.
Good luck.
Dude, you don't think I can use clapier in another podcast and have it make sense?
No. No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't even think you're going to remember it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to remember. I don't smoke weed.
That
I don't smoke weed anymore. My memory is so much better, dude.
the weed has just affect your short-term memory, period. Like if you stop, does it bring your memory back?
Yep.
Huh.
It did for me anyway. Has it done anything for you?
Nope.
Not smoking weed hasn't changed you at all.
Well, I mean, like, it's changed me, I guess, but like it hasn't done really anything for I don't feel like it's done anything for my brain.
You don't feel any different off drugs?
No, because I always still feel like I'm on drugs.
Wow.
That's what I call perma high. I'd smoked a lot of weed.
Me too, dude.
Yeah, I feel like I'm in it's called, like, we call it perma high. I'm gonna stay a stasis.
I get what you're saying, but it generally, and for me, it took about 30 days, I would say, to really clear my head. You don't feel any different off drugs at all.
No.
That is
Maybe like a little bit of an energy boost, kinda, but not really. I don't know. My brain still works. I still think the same. Like I still go about my day the same. I still wake up the same. I can go to bed without drugs, which is awesome.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know.
I'm blown away that you don't feel any different. But so the only difference you can tell in yourself is that you can go to sleep without the drug, but it hasn't increased your anything, your energy a little bit, but hasn't increased your brain function, your curiosity, anything at all. That is fascinating.
Yeah, it hasn't really done anything. It's just made life a lot more boring.
It is a little slower. I was saying the other day to your mom, I'm like, I had no idea there's this many hours in the day.
Yeah.
I just find myself in the kitchen a lot. I guess I'm like, I guess I'll eat.
I guess I'm hungry.
Holy shit. How many meals a day do people usually have? Like, do people usually eat 3 meals between lunch and dinner? Because that's where I'm at. I'm awake still. So
I'm eating.
What else is there to do? Dude. There is legit.
It's a long day.
24 hours.
It's a long day.
Yeah. I've really discovered all 24 of those hours.
It's a long day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie to you. I did get a Xanny prescription.
For what?
Just stress.
You got a Xanax prescription.
Yeah, I did get a Xanny prescription. I'm not taking it every day, but I'll take like half a bar.
Probably could have gotten it to you for cheaper.
That's all right. I'm good, dude.
Just so you know.
Yeah.
Do you ever need something, you know?
Yeah, I'm good. I'll take the non-fentanyl kind, please, for $500. Yeah, I'll pay a little more for the living pills.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You have seemed really stressed lately.
Stress levels have been high.
Probably take blame for that.
No, dude. Everybody
Everybody plays their part.
Yeah, I gotta take my own shit into account, you know?
Mhm.
So but I did definitely grab a Xanny prescription. And I probably take one every, like a half bar every, 4 days, 3 days, something like that.
All right.
It's not like, and I'm very cognizant of Xanax in particular because easy to get hooked on it, very difficult to get off.
Yeah.
But
I did half a bar once. Hated it. Hated it.
This
is why you and I can't do drugs.
It's just like, oh, this is so good now. And I'm so relaxed. And it's not supposed to be a sleeping pill, but I'm just like, good night.
Yeah, I probably put you to bed.
Oh, it just like my brain turns off. I melt into the bed. I fall asleep to Churchill.
It's awful.
Bobby Churchill.
Bobby Churchill?
Yeah.
Winston Churchill.
I know. Bobby Churchill?
Don't try to confuse me.
I don't have to try.
Yeah, I know. That's how crazy my drunk brain is.
Yeah, it's funny that you didn't like it at all.
Xannies?
Yeah.
Well, also I was 17. I probably would like them now.
Don't try them.
I'm not. Why would I try them? There's no reason for me to be doing any drugs.
This is true.
And other than possibly smoking weed in the future, which I'm going to be honest, I probably will end up.
I know you will.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, you made that pretty clear.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you made it clear, but you haven't it's not like you've put in 6 months. It'll just be
it'll happen when it happens.
Yeah.
I honestly just have no idea when it there will be one day where I'm just like, you know what, we're going to try it and I'm going to see how it makes me feel and just, try to have a little bit of a grip on it and not let it just be all day, every day and, have it prevent me from doing what I need to do. But I probably will go back to smoking.
But so
it's not what I was in there for. Do you know what I mean?
If you are sure that you're going to go back, what's stopping you from doing it right now?
It's not necessary. I can still sleep. There's, I don't know, just not wanting to do it really right now.
Yeah, I'm not pushing you towards it. I'm just so curious.
Don't twist my arm. I'll go smoke weed right now if you want me to.
I'm just so curious. If you're I think it's something I'm going to do.
I just it's something I enjoy. It's something I enjoy doing with friends. You know what I mean? All of my friends, I'm truthfully going to be the only sober one. So there's sometimes weed is my only way into feeling not left out.
I get that.
Do you know what I mean? Everyone's like, oh, let's have a drink. And I'm like, cool. I will not.
Yeah.
I'll just sit here with my joint, which kind of always how I used to be.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? So I have no problem going back to that. And also it's not what I was in the loony bin for.
But that is the interesting thing. That's what it is for me too. I have to tell you, dude, I don't know about me going back to weed.
But you'll go back to mushrooms.
Without a doubt.
Interesting.
Without a doubt. It's
really interesting. Well, that's fine. More mushrooms for you, more weed for me. I will never go back to psychedelics.
I will go back to mushrooms.
I might go back to acid for fun.
I'm going to go back to mushrooms 100%. I like how it feels. I like my brain. I like the next day. I like all of it.
Yeah, see, I like it too, but I stay up all night. You go to bed.
Yeah.
Which is why psychedelics don't hurt me, but it's what makes it harder for me because I am up forever.
Yeah.
You go to bed, which is the craziest superpower still to this day. You can go to bed on mushrooms.
Yeah, after 2 hours. But I as much of a proponent for weed as I am, and it did help me a lot when I had real bad back pain and all that stuff.
You're still a supporter of the cannabis industry.
Yes.
100%.
And if I do go back to it, it would just be going back to do the high life. But I can't.
A once a month thing?
Maybe every Monday, maybe every Tuesday. Something like that.
You're still getting stupid high.
No, I'm not going to do what I did before. I'm not going to do 250 milligrams and 4 joints.
That high life during COVID was
out of control.
I loved it. Except the fact that I had to clean up for you. But remember when I used to scare you all the time?
Yeah.
I would go above the balcony and I would drop something on your lap.
Dude, I was straight loopy on those shows.
Yeah, dude. I remember.
But I had
to help you up the stairs.
Yeah, I don't need to do that.
It was pretty fun though.
Dude, it was a great time. I had a great time with all the guests. We had a good time. We drew pictures. We gave things away. We wore boas and weird outfits.
It was a time. It was a time that people needed that sort of release.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
But for me right now, I like the way my brain is. And so I don't want to go back to smoking weed every day. It's not something I'm interested in.
But when you go back to mushrooms, how often are you gonna do mushrooms?
Well, here's the thing. I love mushrooms.
Are you gonna do the mushroom show?
I think that's what I would just do. Go back to the mushroom show.
Mushroom show's so much fun.
I think I'd go back to the mushroom show. There were people who showed up in Kansas City on mushrooms.
Shocker. I feel like you have people on mushrooms almost at.
Well, on Friday Night Late Show, there were a bunch of people who showed up on mushrooms. One dude in the front row, and I go, "How high are you?" He goes, "Really high." And I talked to him afterwards. I go, "When I come back next year, I'll be on mushrooms." And he was like, "I hope so," because he was like, "I came to match your energy," and I was like, "Yeah."
Hilarious.
But I will go back to mushrooms on Friday shows, starting in Mohegan Sun. By the way, everybody, Mohegan Sun, December 19th to 21st, me and Lee Sayat. And this week, December 11th, I'm in Red Bank, New Jersey, me, Lee, and Tara. December 12th, I'm in Wilmington, Delaware, Lee and Tara. December 13th, we're in Newark, New Jersey, me, Lee, and Tara. And December 14th, Easton, Pennsylvania, me, Lee, and Tara. There is rumor of somebody, I won't say, but of a special guest coming through. And these shows, I'm just telling you right now, guys, these shows are like next level. They're so good. They're so good. And Lee and Tara are like super funny, great comics.
Yeah. I might have, for Mohegan Sun, I might have, because it's so close to Christmas, Richard is going to be back in Connecticut for Christmas, so him and his family might come and see you.
Yeah,
so
man, obviously.
I'll text you
yeah.
for tickets for him.
Oh, yeah, they obviously can come through. Didn't his family come to
His family came last time, but he did.
Right.
But his mom, dad, and sister did, yes.
Did they? I think they had a good time.
They had a great time. Yeah, they had a great time.
This show right now, dude, is like...
They were awesome. His mom was like, "Thanks for taking care of my son." I'm like, "Your son's taking care of me, but I appreciate it." Like,
dude,
I like that club. That's the club that's like right outside that's like, there's the country bar, the mechanical bull, and then, remember when you couldn't get on the mechanical bull last year?
I do remember. Was I on mushrooms though? I believe so.
I think so.
Guys, Friday night Mohegan Sun show. That is the mushroom show. It is going to be, there is a chance that this week in Newark might also be a mushroom show.
Oh yeah.
Right. So we'll see, man. But I will say, man, I'm having so much fun on stage, and I'm writing in a way that I haven't written in a long time.
Good.
I wanted to talk about this hoodie. By the way, dude,
it's weird when you do that.
This hoodie, I think we would do better selling them now than we did before.
Agreed.
I think it's a kind of a dope logo. Like, I really love, your mom made this, but I was going to talk about, so this was a skateboard gear. Do you remember who our...
Mike the Midget.
Yeah. We couldn't...
I'll never forget Mike the Midget.
We couldn't do it now, but our guy was a midget, Mike the Midget, and, you know, he would stand...
That's what he went by the way, everybody.
Yes, and we called him Mike the Midget.
Oh, okay. Take that back.
But we had, like, the photo shoot was this beautiful woman cradling him.
Yeah.
And we had animated Mike the Midget shirts.
Those ones are fire.
The people bought them, dude. We couldn't sell them now. You wore a Mike the Midget shirt to school when you were like 6.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Nobody said anything. They would not like it now.
Nah.
But the bird milk stuff was fire. But, you know, your mom and I have done 3 really, I don't know if you know this, but your mom and I are all in people.
Oh, really?
I don't know if you know this.
Oh, really?
We've been down to $0 in our bank account probably 4 times in your lifetime. All from high school and below. But where we were just like, fuck it. Let's just see what happens. And one of those was the belts and buckles. For those of you guys don't know, we made this. Matt, have I told the belts and buckles story? It's a long story.
It's Very long story.
So we'll get into that on a different podcast. But we
Give a synopsis.
your mom designed, we saw a belt buckle that a friend of ours bought in Mexico. We were looking for a way to raise money for our wedding. Your mom had an idea of what she wanted the wedding to be. I wanted that wedding also. It was a certain price tag. We did not have that money. So we went down to zero on our deposits for what we wanted. And then we were like, we just could figure out how to pay bills and get the rest of the money by April. That was 4 months. And so we saw this belt buckle that our friend Brett Anthony was wearing.
Mm-hmm.
Your mom was like, that's so cool. Where'd you get that? And he said, Mexico. So when we went down to Mexico, made some changes on the design, found somebody to make the belt buckles
and the belts,
2 separate vendors. And we had them made. We brought them back up here. And we said to a friend of ours, this is what we said to, who was kind of into the fashion. We were like, hey, we got these made for $18. I think I'd like to sell them for $75. What do you think? And he said, you could either sell them for $25 or $350. But nobody in LA is going to buy something that's $75. It's either got to be a fucking deal or they have to feel like they're the only ones who can get it.
Yeah.
And he said, if I were you, I would sell them for $350. You're going to sell all of them. And dude, we sold these belt buckles that we had made for, what did I say? 18?
Mm-hmm. That sounds generous.
That's even too much.
Yeah.
I think it was probably
12.
Yeah, probably that. That's counting gas, my time, food that I bought there. And we had the belts handmade and you could get whatever you want, whatever saying you wanted on the back. It was so dope, dude. And when we sold them to stores, we sold them for $175 because they sold them for $350 in the store. But when we did trunk shows, pop-up shows, we just sold them for $350.
Yeah.
Guys, we made enough money to January, February, March, April, May living. So that's rent and everything we were paying, food, utilities, life, plus a wedding. Plus, since mid-December, Christmas, holiday stuff. So I think your mom calculated it at one time, but I think over those 4 months, I think we made something crazy like $78,000.
Fire.
Most of it cash.
Fire.
Do you know the last
tax evasion?
No, for sure. The last shipment that we got, we were like 12,000 short for the wedding. And I drove to San Francisco. And because I knew that I didn't know how it worked. And this was pre like real people being on the internet and looking things up. I didn't know how this worked. And I was like, I need Nordstrom to buy a bunch of these, make an order. And so I drove up there because we had one of the belt buckles it had dried flowers in them.
Right.
And they were gorgeous. And they had the abalone on the outside. Right. And it was started to rain and I'm in my, like when a salesman comes and you can tell like this dude, it's like the shirt doesn't fit well.
Yeah.
Loose collar. I was not looking sharp. And it started to dump rain in San Francisco. And I knew that was Nordstrom store number 1. And I thought, okay, that must be where the buyer is. So I walk in, I go to the department, the clothing department. I go, where's your manager? And they're in the back and I walk back and I give this whole spiel. I need $12,000. This is for my wedding. This is the only way we're getting married. This is a Hail Mary, but I need you to order this many belts and buckles up and down the coast for your stores. And, this is why this is the wedding. I pitched the wedding before I pitched the product. Showed the pictures the lookbook your mom had made of the wedding. This is just the dream wedding. We're $12,000 short. And here's the product. And she goes, this is really nice. I said, I know. She goes, I would definitely buy these. I go, cool. She goes, I'm not the buyer. I go, this is Nordstrom store number 1. She goes, yeah, but this is the buyer's in Seattle. And I said, well, this is pre-phone, take a picture, send it.
Yeah.
So I was like, what can we do? She goes, let me get her on the phone. She calls this woman and she goes, hey, Got this guy, gives the whole story. I'm looking at these buckles. They are amazing. She said, I would buy them. This isn't up to me. And the woman says, I'm leaving for Magic, which is a Magic, which is a clothing convention.
Right.
The one in Europe. There's one in Vegas too, but there's one in Europe. I'm leaving for Magic. It was like in 2 days. If you can get it and overnight it to me, and I see it, and I can make this happen by the time I leave, but if not, by the time I come back, it'll be too late for you. And I run to the store. I overnight it. The people are bringing the overnight out as I'm running in. I make the guy stop. I'm like, dude, don't get on that truck until you have this. I get back. I send it out. I don't hear from her. My grandfather dies. Grandpa. We go out for his funeral. We're eating at his favorite deli in Brookline, Mass. After the funeral. And I get a phone call from a number that I'm like, what the fuck is this? It was the woman, the buyer in Seattle. She was calling me from Europe.
No shit.
She was like, I love these belt buckles. She said, how much do you need? I said, I just need an order for like 12,000. She was like, that's it? 12,000 pieces? I go, no, $12,000. She was like, oh, okay. Yeah. She was, have these buckles by here and here, and we're all set. And I said to her, I go, possible to get the money up front? She was like, that's not really how we do it. And I was like, okay.
Thought I'd ask.
So I had to pay for these buckles. So one of the problems with these guys who we were buying buckles from in Mexico is that I would buy a bunch of them, right? And then I would call the guy and be like, hey, I need 100 more. And they would say to me, I don't need, but I'm not working right now. And I'd be like, what do you mean? And he'd be like, I still have some of the money you gave me. And I'd be like, yeah, but don't you want more money? And they were like, yeah, but I don't need the money. I loved this mindset. I wish I had it.
Yeah.
I don't need the money because I'm still living fine off the money you paid me. Why would I now work? So I had to find other people to do it.
So I wish that mentality was,
dude, it was amazing.
Universal.
So I ended up, that's what happened with the flowers. So I call this other guy and I tell him, can you do this? He goes, yes. I go down to Mexico to pick him up. Jacob Wolf. He made the belt buckles not with real flowers, with felt. Like it was a second grade project. Like it was felt flowers. Like dude, it looked like a first grader had made 500 belt buckles.
Oh no.
And I go, what the fuck is this, dude? And he was like, you said flowers. I go, I sent you looked at the belt buckle. He's like, yeah, but I couldn't find that many actual flowers. And I was like, what? So we had to send these fucking things to Nordstrom, these fucking felt belt buckles. Obviously, that was the end of that deal. And they sent me my money because she must have felt bad for me. But
damn,
but
you could have still been doing that too. That's the crazy part.
Well,
like, had they blown up in Nordstrom, like you still could have been.
Here's what happened. They blew up. Like we had them in Fred Siegel and all these other places. What ended the business was I had to go to so many different guys to make the buckles, right?
Oh, who take credit for it?
No. So say I had 4 guys making me buckles. So by the time I was on that 4th guy, the first guy needed money again. So he would call me and I'd be like, dude, I've got somebody making buckles. So he made buckles and brought them to Tijuana and sold them for 25. And somebody from Fred Siegel was in Mexico and saw this belt buckle that was in his store for $350 for 25. And word spread, and that was the end.
Womp womp.
But dude, it did exactly
what it needed to for the time being.
Did exactly.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And I got a job writing on a TV show basically right after the wedding.
Nice.
So it was perfect time.
2004. What was that? All of Us?
Maybe All of Us. It was either All of Us. I think it was All of Us.
It was All of Us.
So there was that business. There's the rug business. Where, by the way, his store's out of business.
The rug business?
Yeah. What was the guy? Whose wife would make us food. We'd come in and eat the food while your mom picked out rugs. Not Leonard.
would his name be Leonard?
Well, some people's names are Leonard.
Yeah, why would his name be Leonard?
Yeah, he was Israeli. His name probably wasn't Leonard. But the rug business,
It wasn't Nadav.
no. And the bird milk business. Which one was your favorite of our hustles?
I don't know. I feel like the rug store I was the most interactive on because
Rug store you were.
because I got to run around and jump on the rugs, and it was like a play date. For
And
me.
you helped ship them out.
Yeah, I get to carry the rugs. I liked carrying the rugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say the rug business. Bird milk, I feel like I might have still been a little too young to
You were.
really enjoy it.
You were.
And same with the belt buckle business. Although I did love the belt buckle business, I'm pretty sure I still have that giant white tarantula in one somewhere in the house.
Dude, we used to put the giant tarantulas in them.
I have the giant white one, the one that belt. I have it still.
We made 2 with butterflies that people ate the fuck up.
Scorpions.
Scorpions, but the butterfly ones, people loved them. But then the guy who made them for me, he said, I can't make these for you anymore. My daughter cries when I kill the butterfly.
Valid though. That's valid.
I was like, yeah, just don't kill it in front of her, dude.
Yeah.
All right. By the way, if you guys are listening and you had any side hustles, I'm dying to hear what they are. Jacob Wolf, take it away.
All right. So we're gonna do an "Am I the Asshole" story. I've pulled this off of Reddit, and I read it. I read it on Reddit. You know.
Is that where it comes from?
Yes.
Reddit.
I read it on Reddit.
Yeah, got it.
This one was posted, honestly, about 2 hours ago on Reddit. So this is a fun news story. Am I the asshole for not giving away my Taylor Swift cardigan to a disabled girl? Just off the title of it, yes, but we're gonna get into it.
By the way, off the title, I disagree already. No.
Okay, backstory. I am a female high school junior, part of the school's cheer team, and Pure Mentor program. So they mentor mentally challenged kids. As embarrassing as it is, I'm also a diehard Swiftie and have been since 2016. My coach let a girl with Down syndrome join our sideline cheer program. As a member of all those programs, I am required to dress up for Spirit Weeks. So the Spirit Week day was Ugly Sweater Day. I didn't own any ugly sweater. However, I did own the Speak Now cardigan by no means is it ugly, but it's very out there. It's bright purple. It's I assume a Taylor Swift Speak Now cardigan. So I wore it and posted it on the cheer Instagram page. She worked long hours in the summer to buy it because as a Taylor Swift piece of merchandise, you know, it's going to be extremely expensive. And also the resale value on it is probably absolutely nuts. It was her first big purchase. And she was pretty proud of herself. The girl with Down syndrome is also a huge Swiftie and saw my post on Instagram. Her mother saw that I saw that, and she thought that the cardigan was ugly, and so she DM'd me and asked if I would be willing to give it to her daughter, the one with Down syndrome. I very respectfully declined and let her know I didn't think the cardigan was ugly, just very out there, and I was very respectful. Her mom replied telling me that I can just buy another one and called me ableist. I kindly told her the story about how hard I worked for it. Also, I couldn't have bought another one because the restock was over and eBay is too expensive and out of budget. The next day, my cheer coach texted me to tell me how rude I am and how I need to give up my cardigan and apologize. I sent her screenshots of the DMs and told her that the sentiment and the meaning behind the cardigan. She gave me a speech about how it was my duty as a cheerleader to do this and how I should lead the school. When I showed my parents everything, of course, they sided with me. They asked why this mother couldn't just buy her child a cardigan instead of taking mine and making me buy a used one. And she wondered the same thing. She then went to go check a math grade on Saturday and noticed that she had been removed from the Pure Mentor program entirely. So she's now no longer allowed to be in the mentor group where they mentor the mentally challenged kids. And they had Monday off. The dad called the school, did not get a response, and now no one will respond to her or her family. What does she do? And is she the asshole?
The mom's the asshole.
The mom of the disabled child is
100%.
the asshole. Yeah, right?
By the way, just because your kid is disabled doesn't mean they just get to take other people's shit.
And also because somebody doesn't want to give them something they bought their own money for, doesn't make them ableist.
Yo, by the way, it is such a, and I hate to use this word, but I'm not going to use the word. What you do is you are
It feels like,
you're I don't even know how to put it, but you're like demeaning more important, not demeaning, but more important issues when it comes to people with special needs and who are mentally challenged. Like you're making it seem like they don't have to play by rules that other people, they just get whatever the fuck they want.
yeah.
And they don't.
Yeah.
And just because their friend has something that they want, they also have to learn, well, you don't just get whatever the fuck you
can't
want.
just take something off somebody's back.
Nah.
And then also to get her removed from the mentor group because
the mom's the asshole 1,000%. And the mom should be put on fucking blast. But last.
I agree.
Yo, dude, it is such a fucking
It's such a childish thing to do for a grown ass person.
Move.
Yeah.
Go buy the cardigan. I'm sure she went online and saw how expensive it was.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't afford that shit.
Give it to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
wild.
dude, that is you are the complete asshole.
So the girl who posted this, you are not the asshole.
No,
100%.
dude.
And also shame on the school. Like for just removing her from the program and not giving her for a fucking response. Like I feel like everybody except the girl and her parents in this are the assholes.
It makes me so mad at schools in general who bend the knee to these fucking people who feel like they're on the right side of social justice. And somehow because you're dealing with a retarded person that you can't be like, nah, they don't get what they want. And that makes you the bad guy. And the school feels like, well, we can't be on the bad side of this fucking PR nightmare. So we're just going to label this young lady who's just trying to live her fucking life.
It's not even a PR nightmare. That's the thing.
But that's the thing. In their mind, they're like, well, it's got to do with this. It can't be somehow be seen to be against special needs people. So we gotta, it's such a dick move. And they're such pussies for bending a fucking knee to this woman.
Had it become a PR nightmare? Had this actually gone viral and this woman was like,
dude, this should be a PR nightmare for them right now. I hope it becomes a PR nightmare.
It doesn't say what school she goes to though.
Yeah, but it will eventually. I hope it becomes a PR nightmare. And I hope this, and the bad thing is, well, the special needs person won't know what the fuck's going on, but the mom should get all the shit that's coming to her.
I agree.
All of it.
Everybody on here agrees that she's not the asshole.
No, dude, not the asshole. As a matter of fact, I would wear that cardigan every day right in front of that kid.
Yeah, I kind of would.
Yeah,
too.
dude, actually, and just tell him, hey, actually, I got a new one every day. This isn't the same one as yesterday.
Literally, this one right here, 3 hours ago.
Kidding.
Not the asshole. What is it with these adults demanding people give up / access to their possessions for no reason other than their kids want it?
Yeah, dude. By the way, become a better parent. Get your shit together.
Yeah, it's kind of nuts. Like, cool. I love that you want to get something for your daughter because your daughter loves it. That's awesome. Go get it yourself.
Yeah, dude. And this is totally different than you've seen those clips of you'll see somebody in a wheelchair playing basketball, or a Down syndrome kid gets to come in and take a shot and people let him run up to the hoop.
Yeah.
That is completely different than what we're talking about.
100%.
Right here.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, no, you're not the asshole.
Yeah, there's not a single person on here that calls her the asshole.
How many comments so far?
Oh, dude, I don't even.
By the way,
a lot.
I can't believe
Also,
I just figured out that Reddit means Reddit.
She's a junior in high school.
Just a kid, dude.
Yeah, just a kid, but also like it just is crazy that you would try and make somebody do that.
Yeah, no. I'm the mom's the asshole, and the school is even a bigger asshole for being. Makes me mad. Such fucking pussies about it. Tell the woman with the special needs kid to go buy the fucking cardigan for her kid.
Yeah, she's using her kid's disability to guilt somebody else into giving her something.
Yes.
Because also, what if it would be crazy if the girl with Down syndrome isn't even a Swiftie and the mom just wanted?
I mean, who knows?
I don't know. I'm just trying to throw some things in there.
Yeah, I mean,
spice it up.
I had so many jokes that I've stayed away from. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got a couple. You want to hear, Sue?
Yeah, we can cut them out. That's fine. Let's hear it.
Listen, all you got to do as soon as that kid's like, I want that cardigan, just be like, here's some chocolate. And be like, go chocolate. And then you forget about the cardigan.
I will say people with Down syndrome are the happiest people of all time. I love them.
You know what's funny
They're
to me?
awesome.
You know what I was just thinking about? And because I get so much shit for the gay thing that we talked about on here.
Yeah.
And then it got back. Then a lot of people commented, gay originally meant happy. It didn't even mean.
Right.
And I had never thought of this before. But gay meant happy, which means originally it was like a compliment. Because straight people saw two dudes so happy, they were always like, those two guys are always so gay. Because gay guys just always seem happier. So they were like, look, those two guys are just so gay. It was a compliment at first.
Was it?
Wasn't it? If gay means happy, and they were talking about two dudes just seemingly being happy all the time, look at they're so gay.
Sure.
That doesn't make sense?
Yeah, I guess it kind of does.
It wasn't an insult. If the original meaning is gay, right? That means it originally was a compliment because they always just looked so gay.
Okay.
You're not buying that.
No, not at all.
How would
I don't know. I'm just not really understanding it. I know that gay means happy.
Okay. So the original, am I making sense, Matt? Does that make sense that it might have been a compliment? Right?
Well,
I'm not saying it ended up being a compliment. I'm saying that originally, when the word just meant gay and nobody had like homosexuality was not out in public.
Right.
So it was buried a little bit. So instead of knowing that they were two homosexuals, I'm going to use that word instead of gay for this description. They just saw two dudes happy. So they were like, those two dudes are gay, but not gay, but happy.
But then they'd be calling them individually gay as in happy. Like
the two dudes are so gay.
Right.
Because they're so happy.
But they're gay on their own. Like they're happy on their own.
Sure, but they're happy on their own and they're happy together because they're just always so happy.
Okay.
So it was a compliment. How was it not a compliment?
Matt,
get the microphone. Tell me if I'm being logical on this or I'm not being logical. I feel like you're being a little protective. By trying not to upset anybody.
No, I'm not trying not to upset anybody. I just don't know if I don't know if it makes sense.
Okay.
I don't know if calling somebody happy is a compliment. That's where I would lose it. I'd say, "Oh, you're happy." That's not a compliment. Compliment is like you're complimenting something about somebody that like.
But if I was like, dude, if I saw somebody and I was like, dude, they're always so happy. But instead, back in the day, I said gay instead of happy. I'd be like, those dudes.
I feel like it's more of an observation, though. That's not a compliment. I feel like you're choosing the wrong choice of word. Like I don't think it's a compliment.
You're getting nitpicky on me.
I'm nitpicky about everything.
But you were acknowledging that these people. Matt, help me out. Where are we at?
So you're right in the history of how the word came to mean what it means today. Jacob's right in the sense that it's more of a descriptor than a compliment.
Right. But you were saying something positive about something.
Right. But it doesn't always have to be a compliment. Like you can't categorize it as a compliment because it's not a compliment.
Okay, I'm with you on that.
It's a descriptor. 100%. You're describing somebody, but you're not like you're not gassing them up.
Right. Back to that.
Callback.
Yeah.
Couple callbacks in this podcast.
It's not like I'm saying they live in a clapier.
I mean, I guess that kind of worked.
How did it not work?
I guess it kind of worked. It kind of worked. I'll give you that one. I will give you that one. We're at an hour 10, by the way.
Hit me. Go ahead. Tell everybody.
Tell everybody about, just where we're going, where we're going to be, what we're doing.
Yeah.
ComedianJoshua.com for tour dates and tickets. Like he said, he's going to be in a bunch of different places in New Jersey this weekend, is what you said? Or is that next week?
This week, Red Bank.
Yeah.
Wilmington, Delaware, Newark, New Jersey, East Bank, Pennsylvania.
Go get your tickets.
Easton, Pennsylvania.
There's going to be Tara and Lee Sayat. I love them both very, very much. Both wicked funny. And if I'm right about your special guest, show up to any one of these shows because I couldn't tell you which one that person's going to be at, but show up just in case, God forbid. Okay? Good luck. Godspeed on getting those tickets. They sell out fast.
Mohegan Sun.
Mohegan Sun, 19th to the 21st of December. I will not be there for that, but I will be back for Houston, December 26th, 27th, and 28th.
Yep.
Nice. H-Town, it'll be my first time back since I almost died in your city. Let's not make that another thing, please and thank you. I can't wait to come back. And then
Seattle New Year's Eve, and then I just booked Atlanta January 3rd and 4th.
Oh, sick. Nice. I'll be there for that. And then Australia and New Zealand, tickets are out. Tickets are being sold. Tickets are going fast.
St. Louis, January 16th, Phoenix, 24th and 25th.
All right. Well, just listen to all of this because then you'll get all the dates out of order. But it'll be a good time. You'll get them all eventually. But yeah, go get some tickets. ComedianJoshWolf.com for tour dates and tickets. Josh Wolf Comedy on all platforms. It's Jake Wolf on TikTok. Jake_Wolf on Instagram. As always, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Appreciate the love as always. I've gotten a lot of comments, a lot of DMs. Thank you guys so much for always the love and support. None of this is possible without you guys. Before I close this out, anything over there, old man?
No, Shadoobie.
Okay, while looking at his phone, Shadoobie. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we love you. Thank you so much. As always, go do something nice for someone today. Tell somebody you love. We'll talk to you next week.
Later. Hey, if you like this podcast you just watched, you're going to love the one I'm popping up in your face right now. Check it out.